I could not get the feeling of the pogrom because I'm thinking that my grandfather, my great-grandfather, David Baratz's father, may have sent him out in 1889 because of pogroms. And he might have been worried that his child was going to be, his head was going to be slit in the streets. That grandmother, Bertha Baratz, she slept in my bedroom. I had a big bedroom, 2 beds. So she slept, when she came to visit, she would stay for a week and she slept over. So we were close, So one day we're sitting out on the porch overlooking the water. We lived across the street from a canal. We're looking at the water and sipping tea, a glass of tea. Minna, she used to say to me, call me Minna. Minna, how about a glass of tea with sugar? And she would put it in the tea, sift it through with the lemon, And she was sitting, and one day she was sitting, she started to cry. And I said, well, why are you crying? She said, I'm having a memory of, I don't know if it was a cousin or an uncle, but it was a male member of the family. And she was having a memory of being outside the house, and the Cossacks, or whatever, the Tsar's army, it wasn't the Cossacks, it was the Tsar's army came and cut the head off of the in-law in the street. And she told me that story, I was 10, 9. And I shook my head, and it went in, but it didn't have any real reference to me, because I was living in the United States and, Oceanside, Long Island. I mean, I knew about anti-Semitism. I had been beaten up as a child over it, I knew about anti-Semitism. But that was pretty graphic. And I remember how very upset she was, and then she sort of calmed down and went back to whatever she was doing. And that really stayed with me. And I think it made me a freedom fighter. Those kinds of stories about the experiences that they had, that they kept to themselves, but then they popped out every once in a while. That made me heavily involved in justice in the United States, because I identified so much with it. That you could just be a person out on the street, minding your own business, in your own little town, suffering from poverty, and then somebody comes along and decides they don't like the way you look and they take your head off. And there's no justice after it. There's no, they just hang you from a tree. So when I saw that in the South, when I grew up and that became part of our referent in the news in the South of the United States, that really stuck with me.